I'm Dr. Elmer, Advanced Neurospinal Solutions, and today we're discussing fibromyalgia, which is a funny term. It was coined a long time ago. One of the definitions, which I think is kind of laughable, is non-arthritic arthritity. What does that mean? That's like if you're hungry and you eat pasta, and you're not hungry, and then you eat antipasta, are you going to be hungry again? Right? Yeah. Non-arthritic arthritity. I have no idea what that means. So, but we're going to give a definition on what that really means from an actual functional point of view, so that you can see more clearly what's going on. The word is fibromyalgia. Fibro is fiber. Myo is muscle, my is muscle, and algia means pain. You got fiber and pain in your muscle. That's what it means. That's what it says. But from a standpoint of what causes it and what's happening, let's discuss to make it more clear. And I think that's been probably one of my biggest missions here on this earth, is to demystify. To bring clarity into what is going on, particularly within the human body, and that. So, when patients who have fibromyalgia have generally had a car accident or two, some kind of injury in the past 15 to 20 years before, which has hammered their structure, and we've done entire videos on structural correction, biomechanics, and that. They have damage to ligaments. It's very clear. 100% of them have a loss of, or even reversal of the curve, severe head forward posture. 100% of them have that, and that creates its own issue. But with this breakdown of the structure, they wind up with a breakdown of the brain. With the breakdown of the brain, they start to express pain. In the pain issues, they're going to create a chronic pain syndrome. Okay, one is instability in the structure. 2 is chronic pain syndrome. Now, I don't like that term chronic pain syndrome as much as I like to use the term learned pain syndrome, or the plasticity of pain. The more you express pain, the better the nervous system gets at expressing it. In fact, I have a report that we give out here regularly from University of Lombard, which talks about chronic pain patients, chronic back pain patients, and it says literally that it says this is the first demonstration of brain function disrupted by chronic pain. The brain of a chronic pain patient is not simply a healthy brain processing pain information, but rather is altered by the persistent pain. And so what's happening is the brain becomes dysfunctional as a result. It rewires. And that becomes an entirely huge issue. The third thing that happens is autoimmune disorder. Okay? And I never know where that crops up. It's part of what's sucking all the energy. Besides, dealing with pain, which decreases so many different things, including energy, but also because the structure broke down so long ago, it drives the brain, because the brain now degrades and no longer does the functions it's meant to do. The neuroendocrine, which is the hormonal system, and the neuroimmune systems begin to degrade, and you begin to experience sensitivities, concerns, worries about stuff that's coming in from the outside. We call that allergy. Of course, that was when I was a kid. Now we tend to call that sensitivities, because we're so sensitive, right? Especially when we're driving on the freeway. And then if we have that long enough, we begin to not trust or be intolerant of our own tissue. And so we attack our own tissue, which is autoimmune disorder. Fibromyalgia is then not just dealing with a chronic pain disorder and rewiring of the brain, but it deals with an inflammatory response within the body where it's attacking itself from an inflammatory point of view. So now we've got an inflammatory pain process and inflammatory problems, and that seriously sucks the energy out of the individual. So fibromyalgia is so much broader. That's why we get such good results, because we're putting the structure back together, restoring the stability like we talked about in structural correction, where we want equal stability and mobility. We want to put the structure back together, get all the pressure off the spinal cord and brainstem. We're working with the pain syndrome, which includes literally rewiring the brain so that it becomes functional again, so that we restore the reflexes, the reflexogenic systems, the reflexes that we are losing because of lack of activity, lack of function, and restore the normal functions of the brain. And we also work with the autoimmune disorder to stop it from killing you, and we do so with botanicals, natural substances, in order to find what level and what you need in order to stop that process. So that's what autoimmune is, and what the difference in what we do here, putting the structure back together again, putting the brain back together, and stopping the autoimmune part. Thanks.